Mike Kane. I spent 35 years at Chrysler, 15 years in sales, 15 years in marketing, and then I went over to product strategy. And today I want to talk to you about NCRO advocacy and company advocacy. Yeah, we really need to focus on keeping Chrysler in business. So first, I want to ask you all to become advocates of Chrysler and help them sell products. Second of all, I want you to become an advocate in supporting legislature that basically preserves retiree benefits. Dean will talk to you later, and right now, laws of the country do not favor salaried retirees' benefits and pensions. So we need to change that. The way we change it is the American way. We go to our congressmen, to our senators, to our president, and say, this is unfair, this is unjust. What's wrong with this picture? Union has their contracts, and good for them that they have their contracts. But we, without an official contract, have very little protection. So, just in terms of improving the relationships with Chrysler, as I mentioned, we're opening up the lines of communication. I have some, I retired in December of 2007, so I still have a friend or two there. And so I remind them that we are their future. If everything works out, the company survives, the deal goes together, or whatever the deal goes together, someday they will hope to be retirees like us, and we're not just a liability, we're an asset to them. So please use us. One of the things that we talked about when we went to see Ron Bloom was potentially we can still do work for Chrysler at a very reasonable amount just to protect our pensions and cover expenses. Worst case scenario. First of all, in all likelihood, healthcare would go away under today's bankruptcy laws. Pensions will go to the PBGC if the plan is deemed to be insolvent. If the PBGC takes over, the basic pension and the SERP would in all likelihood be combined. And then the PBGC allocates the pension back to us as retirees in I have it down here as classes, but it's really a category type system. But the good news is if bankruptcy does occur, and we certainly hope it doesn't, we do have a contingency plan, and our contingency plan is based on some of the experience that Dean and Kathy have gone through with Delta and with Delphi. So it's, I would say as sound a plan as possible at this point in time. We would establish a contingency action fund. We would need to hire a legal firm. We would need to travel to hearings and so on and so forth. We would communicate the plan to you through email and through the website, so you need to pay attention to that. You would need to be our advocates and supporters and help us grow membership so we have an adequate war chest to address the needs of the retirees in bankruptcy. And really, we would need you to help us protect our rights as retirees. So in the meantime, what do we do? Well, Joe talked about growing membership. You need to develop into active advocates. You need to be active advocates of the NCRO and of retiree rights, which I'll get to a little bit more in a second. As you know, we went to meet with the Hour Task Force and we told them our case. They were sympathetic, but once again, they said the key issue you need to do is address the laws, because the laws do not favor salaried retirees in bankruptcy. We need to develop public support. Part of that is the PR messages we've been trying to get out. When we were in D.C., we were interviewed, Chuck and some of the GM people were on Bloomberg News television. ABC was there, NBC was there, CBS was there, Wall Street Journal was there, the Washington Post was there, a number of automobiles was there, and a number of other media to carry the message. And the message is basically there's 200,000 of us in the automotive industry as retirees. And those 200,000 are not atypical to the rest of the country. In the rest of the country, only 12% of the workforce has union-type contracts that protect them. The guys at the top are very small, less than 1%. So roughly 88% of the country is in the same situation as we are should their company eventually declare bankruptcy. They're unprotected or have very little protection in the case of bankruptcy. So that's what we need to address. That's the message we need to carry to the public, and that's the message we need to carry to Congress. And I'm going to be asking you in the future to lobby our elected officials, your elected officials. Talking about lobbying your elected officials, that's where the NRLN comes in, the National Retiree Legislative Network, an organization that has over 80 80 different companies affiliated with them. Over 2.1 million retirees are represented by them. They have a complete, organized methodology website, so you can send letters to the congressmen, to your senators, to the president. It's very slick and very easy to use. And when you see an action alert from them or from us, we ask that you take action. As part of getting the loans approved, I'm certain you know, we sent over 7,000, not just 8 of us, but we, including the, at the time, about 1,200 of you, sent over 7,000 letters to Congress, to senators, to the president, to the Auto Task Force, to the Secretary of the Treasury, saying, please, grant loans to Chrysler, grant loans to the automobile industry, save our country, save our jobs, save our automobile industry. Well, we'll be asking you to do that same sort of thing, but focused on protecting retirees' pensions and benefits. So we'll help you with the messages, but you have to carry the flag locally. And that means not just sending letters, but in some cases, as necessary, meet with your congressmen, meet with your senators, be in. Second one is Medicare reform. So there, we're working to add catastrophic coverage as a Medicare benefit and support buy-in for retirees that are under 65. So they have a bridge to get to Medicare. And the third one is defined pension plans. In some cases, companies are using pension plans to pay for buyouts, and we don't think this is right. This is money that should be going to the retiree. It shouldn't be a early payment to for buyouts. And so we're advocates of discontinuing that, and also you should be able to sell your pension plans to third-party companies or other institutions. And the cash balance plan really doesn't affect us. We have the cash balance plan. So that basically those are the type of things we're asking you to support. I'll be contacting you, some by phone, the leaders by phone, and in various groups in various states by email. But we need you to do things that will protect all of our benefits and all of our pensions. See the final slide here in the upper right and the upper left, there's a little box that says Action Alert. You get a email or log on to our website or the NRLN website, and you see an action alert. Please take action on it. These are our opportunities to send letters to Congress, to senators, to the president. It doesn't take long at all. They're all organized. The letter is written. You can edit it any way you want. But these are the key items that we need to tell Congress that we don't like the way things are planned, or we want to have things planned this way. So please take these to heart.